The video you're watching is just a quick update. I thought I'd give it another shot, and I did some work. Athenas Guard launcher for Athenas Guard Rust Legacy does not work correctly. Now, it might work correctly somewhere in the universe, but and I'm seeing videos where they made it work, but I'm also seeing people substituting other videos. So I thought I'd give it another shot, and I'm just going to bring up what I came up with. Depending on what website you find the link for, Athenas Guard Rust Legacy for August 6, 2025 and August 11th, more importantly. It'll have 2 Discord servers. Go ahead and contact them if you want. And on some of them, they want to sell you the ironstone or wood tier level kits for anywhere from $5 to $10 US, which is these numbers. And the Discord here, link that mentions some of the data is here. They use a Google Drive file for downloading it. Okay? And it did list this one here that ends in zip.rar.mp4 for some reason on a couple of pages. But anyway, the one that's here ends in DSR, and it's this part here, and it's a drive.google.com file. Now, and this one's pretty universal. I've already done a video about this. This did not work. Now, I want to point out that the log file in the directory structure, when you download it, shows you from 2014 till this year, people loading and messing with it. Okay? So it actually has a history to it. And at some point, a user, a Windows user, with the initials jvm and the 79 started the game about May and kept messing with it. And as of August, it corrupted 2 of the files, audioclip 000 Unity 3D and material 000 Unity 3D. That was a complaint in the file set. And those are the files that are altered to alter the sound files in the game, maybe the graphics. It's the reason you're supposed to see, new things like using the modern Rust, not Rust Legacy, but the modern Rust workbench or something that you see in the videos, which is cool and all, but it doesn't work. Athenas Guard Update.exe, when you run it, in my case, only updated 1 file, but it did update it. It updated Athenas Guard Launcher. Then it demanded that I download a .NET desktop runtime. Now, the previous time I did it, it didn't ask for this 2024 update, but now it did. Okay. My question is, on Google Drive, are they able to alter the downloadable RAR file? Because that's what it sounds like. That's what it looks like here. Because it's showing a very recent August 11th, 2025, 12:39 a.m. RAR file when you download it and you actually get into it. But anyway, you go to .NET, Microsoft, yada, yada, yada. It suggests that it be allowed to download the update. I just went ahead and downloaded it manually because that's what you're supposed to do. Don't let the program do it. You never know what it's up to. And here's the direct link, and it's 50 megabytes. Okay, and that got rid of that error, and it started running. And then, it ran the end the csrss process to continue, which would cause problems because it's for managing graphical user interfaces, components, console applications, creating and deleting threads. I said, go ahead and do it, and it just didn't do anything. This could be a Trojan that does identity theft, sets up botnets, and steals passwords for your banking or identity theft. Anyway, I replaced the navmesh 000 Unity 3D complaint that came up next in the log file. That's only in the server version, so unless you downloaded Rust Legacy 2014 server, it's not going to work. Okay, so we're done. This did not work correctly. It got to the point where I was able to hit, something. And basically, the reason I know about that error is I just ran Rust.Legacy.exe and rust.exe until I got it to try to start the GUI for the game. But it complained about not having a file that's only in the server version. So I don't know what sort of hinky bull crap they're doing at Athenas Guard project. But again, it's named after a project that stopped existing over 3 years ago that was bebopping around on the internet. And the only people who are playing it appear to be in Brazil. And that's all I've got for you. They have Portuguese communications like you're seeing. And even if I change the video game's language, it still screws up. And again, now it's asking for a file from a server that most of you wouldn't be able to download. I happen to have it. And it got a little further, but it just closed again. So again, this isn't a Trust Me Bro installer. It's an extractable RAR file. That's cool. That actually makes it less hinky and less sus, but it still does this. And this is after I went through and said, okay, I'll look through all the log files, and I only replaced files when it didn't work. I don't know what to tell you. And I want to point out that those files that were quote-unquote corrupted were also replaced on that day with that timing. And again, it said in the log file that jvm79 was running it when the two files became corrupt. It's part of it. So I don't have any answers for you. That's the end of the video. I wouldn't trust this. And again, every other install that lets you just extract it just works. I mean, I can still run Rust Rome and I can still start, quote unquote, Rust Relic. And they actually load. I mean, Rust Relic doesn't have a server anymore, but I can get it to try to start now. I mean, really. Also, all the YouTubers out there who are willing to go search for me because I'm tired of this. If you know of somebody who created a set of kits and files for us to be able to edit and update the graphics in the game, or maybe the models on our side, the client side, so that all we see is we get to see something a little bit nicer, but it doesn't affect the game and you don't have to do it on the server, that would be great if you could tell me about it. But other than that, this is a slightly bloated version of the game that does not work unless you meet some criteria that it doesn't disclose. And every time I download it, it does some other different, newer, dumber thing. And again, this is on Google Drive, and apparently they're updating, quote unquote, it. Well, if they're going to update it, why don't they fully update it and fix it? I'm not really sure what's going on here. But anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. And I do not trust Athenas Guard Rust Legacy, the launcher or the game, or the updater at this point. But at least I'm pretty sure I've done everything I can to make it work. Good day.